Welcome to back my channel Coin Worth Million. This channel is a special place where every video brings you new knowledge, entertainment, and exciting experiences. Here Coins Worth you will find informative content, engaging stories, and everything that sparks your curiosity. Our goal is to make every moment enjoyable, help you learn something new, and be a part of this growing family. So join us and start this wonderful journey today. The 2003 Australian 10-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a small yet historically meaningful piece of Australian numismatic heritage, symbolizing not only the country's modern economic identity but also its deep-rooted ties to the British monarchy and the evolution of coinage design since the introduction of the decimal system in 1966. This coin, struck by the Royal Australian Mint, is part of the long-running Australian decimal coin series that replaced the pre-decimal pound, shilling, and pence system. The 10-cent denomination corresponds to the old shilling and has since become one of the most recognizable coins in Australian circulation. Its composition, design, and the history surrounding its issue provide a fascinating glimpse into the craftsmanship, economy, and symbolic artistry that Australia's minting institutions have upheld for decades. The obverse side of the 2003 Australian 10-cent coin displays the fifth definitive effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank-Broadley, a British sculptor whose portrait of the Queen was first introduced on Australian coinage in 1999. This effigy is noted for being more realistic and less idealized than previous portraits, showing the Queen in a mature and dignified manner with a clear emphasis on her natural facial features, including wrinkles and a fuller expression. She is depicted wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most famous royal jewels. Around her portrait are the inscriptions, Elizabeth II, on the left side and, Australia 2003, on the right, both in capital letters. The design reflects the enduring constitutional link between Australia and the British Crown, a connection maintained through symbolism on coins even as Australia continues to forge its own distinct national identity. The portrait of the Queen serves as a reminder of the Commonwealth's shared history and the monarchy's enduring ceremonial role in Australian governance. The reverse side of the 2003 10-cent coin carries the striking and iconic Lyrebird design, created by Stuart Devlin, who was the goldsmith and jeweler appointed as the official designer of Australia's first decimal coins. The Lyrebird, a native Australian bird known for its spectacular tail feathers and extraordinary ability to mimic natural and artificial sounds, represents both the beauty and ingenuity of Australia's wildlife. In Devlin's intricate engraving, the lyrebird is depicted standing gracefully with its elegant tail fanned out behind it in a shape that echoes the form of a lyre, an ancient Greek string instrument. The attention to fine detail, with individually etched feathers and careful texturing of the ground, gives the reverse side a sense of motion and depth rarely seen on small denomination coins. The numeral 10 is placed prominently to the left of the lyrebird, representing the coin's denomination, while the initials SD beneath the design acknowledge the artist's work. In terms of its physical composition, the 2003 Australian 10-cent coin is made of cupro-nickel, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a durable silvery appearance resistant to corrosion. The coin has a diameter of 23.60 mm, a thickness of 2.00 mm, and a mass of 5.65 grams. The edge of the coin is reeded, which serves both aesthetic and practical purposes. It adds texture and helps prevent counterfeiting or clipping, a historical practice where small amounts of metal were shaved from coin edges. The use of cupro-nickel alloy was chosen for its balance between strength, corrosion resistance, and affordability, making it ideal for mass circulation. The coin's silvery shine also gives it a visually pleasing metallic luster that has remained consistent across decades of minting. The Royal Australian Mint, located in Canberra, was responsible for producing the 2003 10-cent coin, and that year's mintage was intended primarily for circulation, though mint sets and uncirculated examples were also produced for collectors. While the exact mintage figures for the year 2003 are estimated to be in the tens of millions, it remains relatively common in circulation, with many examples still found in daily transactions or coin collections across the country. However, uncirculated and proof versions, preserved in pristine condition, can carry greater value for numismatists interested in the coin's aesthetic and historical significance. Examining the historical context, 2003 was a significant year in Australian and global affairs. Domestically, Australia's economy was strong, and the nation was experiencing steady growth. Internationally, the country was involved in peacekeeping and international relations initiatives under the leadership of Prime Minister John Howard. The coinage of 2003 continued to bear the same designs that had become emblematic of Australian identity, a visual continuity that reassured citizens while the world around them evolved rapidly. The presence of the Queen's effigy on Australian currency also stirred occasional public debate over republicanism, as some Australians questioned whether the time had come to move away from the monarchy. Nonetheless, coins like the 10-cent piece served as enduring reminders of the country's historical journey from British colony to independent Commonwealth nation. From a numismatic perspective, the 2003 10-cent coin holds both aesthetic and cultural value. Collectors appreciate it for its combination of traditional symbolism and modern design refinement. The Rank-Broadley portrait of the Queen marked a shift toward realism in royal effigies, and Devlin's Lyrebird design, unchanged since 1966, exemplifies timeless artistry. For those studying Australian coins, the 10-cent denomination serves as a stable point of comparison across decades, offering insight into how coin production techniques, minting technology, and design preferences have evolved. Over the years, small differences in minting quality, die wear, or strike clarity can distinguish one year's issue from another, making detailed examination and grading important for serious collectors. The condition or grade of a 2003 Australian 10-cent coin greatly influences its value. Circulated coins generally retain only face value unless they possess a unique error or striking anomaly. Uncirculated coins, especially those in mint sets, are typically valued higher due to their flawless surfaces and luster. Error coins, such as those with off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchette flaws, are particularly sought after in the numismatic market, as they provide evidence of the minting process's complexities and imperfections. In the secondary market, prices for regular uncirculated examples remain modest, usually just a few Australian dollars, but exceptional specimens or proof issues from official mint sets can fetch higher prices among collectors. In terms of symbolic meaning, the 10-cent coin's Lyrebird design embodies Australia's appreciation for its unique flora and fauna, reflecting a sense of national pride that resonates across generations. The Lyrebird's song-like mimicry and elaborate plumage make it an apt metaphor for Australia's creativity, adaptability, and natural splendor. The continued use of this design for over 5 decades underscores its cultural resonance and the lasting impact of Stuart Devlin's artistry. Devlin himself was later knighted for his contributions to design, highlighting the significance of his work not only to Australia but to the wider Commonwealth. Another fascinating aspect of the 2003 10-cent coin is its production technology. By this time, the Royal Australian Mint had incorporated advanced computer-assisted engraving and precision die-making tools, improving consistency and detail compared to earlier decades. Each coin's strike is crisp, with fine lines evident in the Queen's portrait and the feathers of the Lyrebird. These improvements ensured both durability and beauty, essential for a coin intended for daily handling by millions of Australians. On a broader level, the 2003 10-cent coin connects everyday Australians to their national story. Every exchange involving this coin, whether in a supermarket, a vending machine, or a parking meter, represents the ongoing life of Australia's decimal currency system. Its enduring design bridges generations, linking those who first used decimal coins in 1966 with today's users in the 21st century. For collectors, it is not just a small piece of metal but a tangible artifact of continuity, artistry, and identity. In conclusion, the 2003 Australian 10-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is more than a simple medium of exchange, it is a miniature canvas of national heritage. From the regal effigy of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank-Broadley to the elegant Lyrebird engraving by Stuart Devlin, every element embodies Australia's fusion of tradition and modernity. The coin's cupro-nickel composition ensures its longevity, while its enduring design serves as a tribute to the creativity of the artists who shaped Australia's decimal coinage. Though commonplace in circulation, it holds a special place in the story of Australian currency, standing as a symbol of national pride, technological advancement, and the timeless beauty of numismatic design. Please like and subscribe to my channel.